and let's go. I think we can start. So hello guys, welcome. As almost every week, I'm happy to be here with you. And yeah, let's go. Let's update the market as always. This market very strange, very difficult maybe because you are so numerous to fade in the bear trap. Most of you also are bullish, but most of altcoins are moving in different ways. So that's why we are here I'm here to help you to make your decision on the market and to help you. Before we start, this is not a financial advice. Again, do your own research before investing, and let me know if the stream is good, if you can see my screen, and we can start with Bitcoin. Let me know if everything is okay before we start. Maybe in few minutes, just waiting for apparently you can't hear me on YouTube. Okay. Yes, okay, I can. Okay, my bad. Okay. Okay, just checking. Okay, do you have some recommendation, some suggestion for today? Any altcoin in particular that you want to be checked? Let me know. Hop, just okay. So we will start with Bitcoin. I think it's okay for you. And if you have some question, let me check. Let me know. So Aya, I see. Bonjour. Tobias, hello. Yeah, 1 minute and I will start. So if you are here every week, you will see, you can see the accuracy of my lines. Bitcoin tapped exactly the 88k, 90k I call for, because 92 and 88 were the two main level to watch on. If you look at my, this is absolutely insane because I called for this dump. Remember, guys, it was at here around August. In August, I called for this dump and it happened. You can review it on my channels. Everything is traceable, recorded. And remember, if you are a follower of the Froggy chart, remember since August almost I spotted this kind of bearish setup, not bearish setup, but this kind of overextend area with Ichimoku, and I was right indeed. If you just report the low, no, yeah, I think it was here in August, yeah, in August, this low and the Kijun, sorry, and the high at the Tenkan, you can see, yeah, you can see from this low, yeah, this is exactly the middle of this area on the monthly view, the middle of the Tenkan Kijun area. Once again, boom, we touch exactly it because it is a 50% fill, and usually, yeah, this is usually an hidden one because on the monthly view we have this data 52 months before, so it means that this is a very strong support, but in the past, and most of traders usually avoid or skip this because this is 52 months in the past. So that's why checking all the metrics sometimes are very important. Currently, what I'm seeing on Bitcoin, as I explained, it's pretty tricky, but we have not validated yet a bearish breakout on the weekly. If you see, the previous weekly candle, so last Monday, we closed above the Kijun. So from my experience, this is very tricky because also you have the shutdown. Yeah, we have the shutdown that could bring a lot of volatility because of uncertainty, of course. Regarding the macro news with the Fed and all the economical stuff. So it's a very tricky time because on the weekly we closed above the Kijun, so we could invalidate medium term reversal. Okay, so I will just for now keep this tapped. You see the lagging span is trying to break out, meaning that we are shifting likely the long-term uptrend momentum to a bearish one. But we are, I know this market, and look at the monthly. We are still in a bullish territory if you look at the monthly view. Of course, we can touch lower support, as I explained. Likely if we dump under 90, we can visit the 60 or the 50k in the worst scenario for me. But I know this market, we are still bullish on the monthly. We are on a bullish territory, and I also call for this possible scenario, which could have been a kind of bear trap, meaning that we break the trend, we create a bear trap under, we retest the trend, then we push higher. So this week I really don't know. Sometimes I have very clear direction, very clear decision on Bitcoin, but this week, depending on the weekly close, we also have the trend which could support the prices. We have the SSB at 80. So currently, my view, cautious with it because everything is unpredictable at the moment. We enter inside the weekly cloud. Usually when you have such a configuration, I can say 60% bearish, 40% chance to see bull reaction. Usually when we have such configuration, yes, because lagging span is breaking, not confirmed, but in a steep and very weak. The weakness is here in the trend. So usually, I can say with cautious, with a lot of uncertainty, that we are likely gonna break lower, and the next strong support could be, if we hit the uptrend here, the weekly uptrend. As you can see, usually most of traders are not aware of it, but this is likely to be a big level because we have the lagging span, which is likely gonna react on the uptrend if we hit. This is not a weak level, this is a strong level, and this is why it's strong, because most of you are not able to see it. And Ichimoku, if you know about it, you can see where are the hidden K level, and I think next stop could be 84.85 and likely 79.80. So now I will dive in the lower time frame to check if there is a structure, reversal structure, or bearish continuation structure. In that case, moving on the lower time frame will help me to have confidence in one side or another side. So currently, there is nothing to do with Bitcoin on the bull side, as long as you can clearly see that we broke under the 100k. I chilled this level for many weeks. Now we broke under. So the good question is, are we gonna enter in a bear market if we confirm the weekly candle close under likely 93, or is it a K bottom and a long-term bottom before to see a new HH? So that's why it's very important, because we are at a very important timing on the market. It's not because we break the main uptrend that we are now in a bear market. No, we are above many supports. So level by level, we can't predict the futures if it's at. We can't predict futures if we want to predict what will be see in 1 year. No, my accuracy rate is very high. I can say 2 months maximum, 2 months, 3 months maximum, because of course, higher time frame. The higher time frame is it, the higher chance of losses is it, because of many parameters, including macroeconomical news and many other timing parameters. So to simplify, because I talk a lot, yeah, Bitcoin very bearish if we are still under the main trend. 100k, 101k, yeah, likely it's the main area to watch on. And currently, if we look at the chart, next stop will be 84 or 78. And the 78k was very important because it was the previous HH mark, with the 65, but it's still far, 70. But as I said before, we broke fully under this level. It's hard to say because the momentum is still in favor of bulls on the monthly. So Bitcoin could strongly react as long as we are above the weekly SSB above 79. So above 79, the momentum remains bullish, because if you look at the weekly view, we are still in a bull cycle, judging by the monthly and the weekly. And usually with Ichimoku indicators, bottom could be formed on the SSB, which is here on the 79. So as long as the price hang inside the cloud, we could see a new HH. This is totally possible. But the short term and market fear is really strong. Short term on the, no, not short term, but daily basis, the downtrend is still very solid. You can see, prices under 10 Kanki June, still each line still remain bearish. So maybe we are at a local bottom on the 90 or 89 for now, as I explained. So shorting, taking short position on K support, feel it's pretty risky. So I will give you a possible and safest scenario. To me, could be a clean, once again, retest of the previous breakout. Likely 98 could be okay if we don't fully retest the 100k. So the 98k, you can see that we are forming likely a reversal structure here, with the lower low, which has been made exactly on the reversal monthly level I gave you. We have an higher low here, okay, so meaning that we have possibly a bottom structure creating with an uptrend here. Let me now check if we have what kind of structure globally we have on the H1. So one candle is 1 hour of time here. So following my insight, we are at a very strong bottom. So I don't think, I doubt that we are gonna break this level in one touch here. So I want to see, I expect to see at least a retest of the 98k, which is also another huge level with the 100k. So on the short term, I think that momentum is gonna shift bearish to bullish, but following the macro trend right now, yeah, we are gonna likely retest this SSB level, and that will be a bull trap in my opinion if we follow the weekly, because we have a huge gap to be filled here, and the next level are 84 and 80 and 79. So following the weekly view and judging by the strength of this support, so short term are gonna likely flip bullish, and you can see clearly here one tools also, yeah, you can clearly see why it will be a strong support. If we look at the 30-minute view, look at the huge downtrend from the start of the big dump. You can see that the high, you can see that the bullish correction here, it is the strongest bullish correction we saw. So from the start of the huge dump of Bitcoin, we saw last week, prices reacted the most. We saw the biggest bull reaction on this level. So it means that this level will be very strong to break, and it's a very strong support. And that's why also I think that the local bottom is likely in. And now if we adjust the time frame, we see clearly the lower low could be here, and here we are creating a new higher low, meaning that now we are gonna create a new high. This is absurd. This is insane, the accuracy of my pick. Each time, each live stream, I tell you the K to see and to find bottom and low on the market. Can someone tell me what you can see here that I saw immediately? If you are a follower of my line, what do you see here? And I explain it on live. That's totally insane. I will tell you the what I'm seeing in few minutes. Just waiting for your comment. This is insane. Look at the fib. Look at what I said many times in the stream and in my pick. This is insane. On this 15-minute peak, also people are gonna panic sell, but this is a bottom. I can tell you this is the bottom currently for this week, and depending on the bull pressure and the weekly close, of course, yeah. So I will take a long on Bitcoin because I think that momentum is gonna shift bullish likely very soon. Of course, and validation will be under the 90k and 89. It's not bullish, but you are right. Bitcoin is not bullish, it's neutral. But with my insight, with my skill, I can tell you that we are gonna likely flip bullish very soon on this area, at least for a few days. But for the medium term play, yeah, I'm bearish. But for the moment, you can clearly see, you can see strongest high since the beginning of the dump. We got the retracement exactly, guys, on the 0.786 fib. And I keep telling you many times, when you have a bullish reaction like that on monthly, weekly level, you often see a retracement exactly at the lowest fib, which is the 0.786. And after that, if price consolidate here, then the bull trend can start. And it's the exact things at the opposite, of course. And I'm pretty sure that we have a bullish divergence. And yes, this is the case. You can see on the RSI also because the price structure also reflects the strength of buyers and sellers. The order book also reflects the chart, and here you can see that you have a clean, very clean bullish divergence on the RSI. We got a low RSI at 23. The price was at 100k. Now the RSI is at 35. We are not even oversold, and the current price is 91k. So it means that, as I said, this zone is strong. It's a strong demand zone, and more and more buyers are interesting to buy at this area. So at least I think we are gonna see something like this, or if we push above 100k again and the downtrend, then the bearish move will be fully unvalidated. I mean, I don't know the exact word, but we will not longer be in a bearish correction if we push above 100k again and the downtrend. But currently we are still, you are right, in a bearish correction phase on the monthly and weekly. But my job is to give you all time frame view, so short term, medium term, and long term. So long term, to sum up, and we are gonna move on others alt. Long term bias for Bitcoin still bullish on the monthly. Okay, correction as I expected, and as I shared you few months ago, we are gonna see the bullish correction. We are exactly in this bearish correction phase. And the good question is, where is the bottom? 90, 84, or 78, 79? And if we close and break under 79, then will it be a bear market and we will see a dump toward 50k? From 80 to 50, that's 30% of dump, and from the top, that's 60% of dump. It happened in 2020 during the COVID period, 60% of dump. So, but without black swan events, without big bad news, we are not oracle, we are not guru. So now I trade what I see, and what I see is that support are very strong, and on the short term, we are likely gonna see a bull reaction. And then I can expect from the weekly view to see another bearish move if we tap 98 or 100. But without bearish rejection here, then that will be tricky, because we have the downtrend that could be defended by bears also. So that's my view for Bitcoin. So now that I have the short-term momentum, which is likely bullish, as I explained, I will also check for likely bullish scenario on altcoin. Okay, so it's important to not FOMO. It's not because Bitcoin is red then you have to short altcoin. No, if you have a bottom on Bitcoin, and if BTC pump 5%, your altcoin could pump 30%. So yeah, so you have my insight now. I have the direction, market direction. I took a long position on SWI also in the past few minutes ago, because I have the same structures. I think SWI is gonna pump 10% retracement, yes, likely, because it's the monthly bottom I shared. Despite a bearish view, we are in a oversell territory on K support, so I won't panic, and I will play the short term, which is likely to me bullish correction. So I have a long position open on SWI. targeting some target inside this box, and my key resistance for this setup is yeah, you can see 2.10, 2.27, but you have also, yeah, you see this 1.9 and 1.86, so yeah, likely 1.86. And if you look at the daily structure on SWI, yeah, we clearly broke this kind of wedge. So that could be, as Bitcoin, that could be a fake out, but judging by the weekly candle close here and the size of the candle, oof, when you have a big candle like this under K support, it's usually not good to me for the next. But don't be trapped on the short term, because now that we have a breakout, we have to see a retest. It's exactly the same as on the bull side. When you have a bullish breakout, okay, you have to retest the previous huge level before to see new high. So in 90% of case, you retest the breakout point. On Ichimoku, this key point is the SSB and the flat Kijun. Just keep it in mind. And usually the 0.786 fib. But in that case, we have a bearish breakout on SWI, and we have not seen any retest, and we are very oversell. So that's why I have the same setup as Bitcoin, so which is also very good for me to confirm. It's even better to have many views on the same side, on the same trend, with the same trend, rather than having one bullish chart, one bearish chart, one neutral chart. So it's better when all the market follow your line, when the market trend follow your play. So as Bitcoin, we can have similar scenario for me on SWI, which could be a good swing setup, likely few hours, few days. Retest of the previous breakout, 1 point, yeah, I can say 85, 90 maybe, yeah, let's say. But when the market is bearish, I like to reduce target, because we are not aware of continuation, bearish continuation. And after the retest for SWI, then we are gonna hit lower support, and I explained it. 1.25, 1.27 more likely to me are gonna be it. So this setup is likely valid if we remain stuck under downtrend and wedge structures, as you can see. Also, we are flipping with the momentum from the bull side to the bear side, and here you have the SSB and SSA weekly, and SWI already confirmed the bearish trend on the weekly time frame. So if SWI closed bearish like that, with a clean confirmation of long-term momentum shifting, it's also bad for Bitcoin, because SWI represent a strong protocol and a very solid layer 1 in DeFi, with a lot of adoption. And if SWI dump like this, I don't know if it's about token economics. I don't think. It means that there is less user usually on the DeFi and on the blockchain. So meaning that less user, less fees, less revenues for project. So we are in a bad period in crypto. Likely it will last few months more for me. Few months more of red, if Bitcoin are not able to break above this high. And of course, some altcoin could start to explode because of fundamentals, but that's your job to do your own research to find the best pick, and I will try to help you regarding this. Okay, any other view? Yeah, Hina. Where are you from, Hina BNB? Crypto jobs Mary. Yeah. Sui, I checked it. Bullish short term above the green zone. Bearish if we break under, and just small correction. Dash, you want to see Dash? So of course I did not review all the charts. I just checking chart with you live. So I have the ability to trade, to define a trend in few minutes, because I have years of experience, of course. So some people can think that I can say bullshit because I'm doing it very quick, very fast. But you know, when you are in front of your chart since many years, almost every day, you can detect many things with the froggy eyes. Likely, maybe, yeah, the long-term trend was likely here. Yeah. I think Dash, I gave you a huge setup, no? Whoa. Well, I think that I updated it last time. It was a master call again. Wow, guys, really. Last live stream I did with you. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, I did it on the last live stream. Okay, you see, that was Dash. It was at $64. That was Dash. Whoa, that's just absurd. It was the H1 view, I guess. Yeah. That's insane. Guys, I gave you Dash here at the 13 November, 14 November at $64. Guys, whoa, that was here. Insane. Yeah, I gave you Dash at this support and I called for this beauty. Yeah, cup and handle structure likely. No. Here, yeah. Here you can see. And we got from $64, 53% of pump. Imagine. So congratulations for those who took this setup. That was insane. Another master call delivered on live. And honestly, among others, KOL, others, traders on social media, I see no one matching my lines. And I don't pretend to be the best or not the best, but you can clearly see over time my groups, my community grow because I'm each time transparent, and the accuracy is genius each time almost. And when I'm wrong, I tell you also, because the market can move very fast. So it's important to know and to let you know when momentum is shifting. So currently on Dash, 50% call. We can be at another bottom, but I don't like the market structures here. So Dash is creating a new bottom, Dash price at 73, but I don't like when you have so many tests of support like this. We are very neutral right now. Very neutral. Momentum is likely bearish. We got it looks more like from the previous huge dump. Yeah. Sorry to say, but you see, if you look at the long term, we have the bearish leg down. We have the bearish move, 50% fib retest, and now if we look at the scenario, if it's a rejection of the 50% fib, then we are gonna hit a new low. Usually when the market is like that, if it's a bearish test, then a new low is gonna be C likely. And if you look at the daily view, yeah, it does not look good also. We are still in an overbought territory. The market hype is vanished, I think. Yeah, you can clearly see, but we are still in a bull. Yeah, so Dash likely does not look good to me. I think that we are gonna hit the 50% fib level. Of course, it's bullish on the daily. We are still bullish on the daily basis on Dash compared to most of altcoin. On the weekly, it's bullish. But it looks like we are gonna hit lower demand zone, because I really don't like the structures, and you can clearly see that from the main trend. Let me check. Okay, so the main trend from the beginning, yeah, you can see the main leg up, the main bullish move, 600% of pump started from this low. Okay, guys, you can clearly see that the main trend was here. Okay, one tap, two tap, here, we got a fake out, huge pump, retest of the trend. Exactly as I said on Bitcoin, which could happen, we got a consolidation under the trend, but we reintegrated the trend after the retest here, then huge pump happen. Okay, but if you look at the current chart here, ooh, it looks like, yeah, exactly as I said. So look, bearish breakout under the trend again, up 50% fib retest of the trend of the bearish breakout here, exact 50% fib retest of the move here. And now, yeah, we are gonna likely, for me, see another sell off. And I called for Dash, remember, a few days ago, for the $50 and $44, and I think we are gonna hit. We are gonna see a dump on Dash. I don't know when exactly, because the short-term market is gonna flip bullish. But if we remain stuck under the 100, yeah, let's keep it simple, $100 for Dash. For me, we are gonna hit the maybe, yeah, 48, which is the 0.86 fib, and and I add the 44 in mind. Okay, yeah, exactly. You see on the weekly, as I said many times, we got Dash looks very good for the long term, but it's not a time to enter. We got the weekly bullish breakout, but we haven't seen any retest of the SSB. And remember, guys, 90% of case, in 90% of case, depending of the move, we have to see a retest of the SSB or of the Kijun, which is the 50% fib. So from likely this low to this high, yeah, exactly. No, my bad. This is from this, yeah, low to yeah, sorry to say 52, no, 52, my bad. What I'm doing, yeah, the SSB is on 52, so we are, oh no, my bad, the eye is here. Okay, we touch, okay, I did not see that we touch this level. Exact. So here 45, okay, and which is the 0.5. Okay, so to me, Dash, we can have a bearish setup with a possible long-term bottom at 44, 45 and 50. So if I'm right and if Bitcoin play my scenario with 3, then Dash is gonna do the same. Yeah, likely we are still under this trend, as you can see. Because we have also 2 points of contact here, but no, it looks more like this point of contact is more likely. For now, I will put it in dot because, yeah, because I don't know if it's a valid point of contact. But as long as we don't break above this high, then for me Dash is gonna dump toward 50 next. So that's it for Dash, and resistances are at 82, 92 and 98 and 100. So let's see. And as I explained, of course, short term is likely be bullish because of Bitcoin, so avoid shorting support, of course, because support are holding for now, and we can see a short term kind of bull trap toward likely 84, 88 for the best short entry to me. And this is not a financial advice, once again. Before taking any position, do your own research, please. So that's my point of view. Same as Sui and Bitcoin. Reversal likely short term, but bearish likely medium term. And many of you might think that's likely impossible to predict such a big dump, but guys, just scroll my pages, scroll my content. Almost each time I give you 50% move in the bull side, 30% move in the downside. So yeah, just anticipating what's gonna come is my job, I can say. So if you don't trust it, at least keep it in mind and avoid taking position under or above K levels. Even if you don't trust it, you can at least, if you are a trader, play the K level on my chart. And I'm pretty sure that you have the same max AirPod volume, but very low sound. Okay, noted. Is it better the song like this? Just wait. Okay. Test, guys. Okay, I think you should hear me better now. Let me know. Up. Yeah, it should be much better, I think. Let me know. I'm taking some time to explain my skills because I learned for many years also, so it's not easy to read a chart, to understand it properly, but when you are able to do so, you can see that your trading skills increase a lot. And yeah, it's a must know. The must know are for me first of all, are we in a bull or in a bear phase? But of course, the worst part is on each time frame. You can be in a bull cycle on the H1 view, okay, but you can be in a bearish cycle in a weekly view, because each levels are different, each time frames are different, and you should understand it. And that's why Ichimoku for me helped me a lot. So right now I will do things differently, I think, because you are so numerous telling me if you can find bullish or bearish setup. If you want, I can scroll the market without explaining much and giving you a bullish or a bearish setup directly with high potential. If you want, let me know, comment, or I can continue to explain my chart with according to your request, as you wish. So do you prefer me to check for bullish or bearish setup, or should I continue to analyze your request? Let me know. Hello Daphne. For now, no, exchange, Binance. Okay, so I will stick on Binance Exchange. Okay. Guys, that's insane. STRK is a top gainer on Binance. I told you about this one. I gave you 40% pump and 50% move. That's insane. Guys, no way. Why I didn't take it second time? I see some people logging on my lines. They say, no, it's bullish, you won't see a retest. Guys, it happened once again. That's insane. I told you, you can see 265 days range breakout. Of course you will see a retest, of course. So if you got trapped here, I advertise you, when you have a long-term breakout, always track the previous huge resistance and buy or sell at this level. At least watch for it. And it's happened exactly, guys. No way. I call for the STRK breakout at 0.14. It pumps 80%. Then I call for the retracement and the next pump. So I gave you almost each move. That's insane. Look at this view on STRK. I gave it, for example, the 16th November. That was the, I think, H1 time frame. No, 30-minute time frames. Yeah, that was here. And I said cautious because it's usually a bearish structure when you have something like this, because it's a bearish accumulation. We have not seen any retest, and look what happened exactly. That's insane. So this is the same view I gave you yesterday. I called for short position here. Of course, this is not a financial advice, guys. Always. We got a kind of head and shoulders, perfect retest of the channel. It was maybe something like this. Yeah, here. My bad. And we got, you can see, a retest 0.18, 0.19. I called it for it to be the more likely the bottom before to see a very big bullish expansion, because we confirm the monthly breakout. So meaning that 40% is nothing when you dumped 97% from the high. And from this green box, we are already up 45%. That's insane. And as you can see, we also broke above the previous high, meaning that my view is almost, I think, confirmed, and we have now a potential target much higher at 0.3534. I called for it last week, and the scenario is absolutely magic because I gave you 80% move in long, 30% almost in short, and again 45% in long. So each move I gave you what would happen exactly. And if we continue now the scenario, the next stop should be, yeah, around, if you report the size of this kind of range, around 0.35, let's say, to be simple, which correspond also exactly to, yeah, you see, I double confirm, because when you report the size of the range, it corresponds exactly to the previous multi-month support, which is of course is gonna act as huge resistance. So if you are a swing traders, if you are average traders, be extremely cautious around the 0.3335, let's say. That will be for me your exit point, because we could see sharp rejection on this touch, on this zone, as you can see here. And if you look at STRK current price, we are very resilient against Bitcoin. Bitcoin made a huge dump. Most of altcoin are down more likely 10%, 20% plus, and STRK keep printing new high. So that's why also when you look at momentum of Bitcoin, if an asset is very bullish against Bitcoin, you know that there is more liquidity inflowing into this one, so you are even more confident playing bull when such chart is gonna be seen. Yes, so STRK, very happy, very proud of this chart. What can I say more? Yeah, you have a long term, maybe medium term uptrend also to be watched here, because if each time we tap it, almost we saw a new high. That's it for STRK. Congratulations if you followed the previous stream, because I don't know if you traded it, but if you do so, you are likely in huge profit, sorry to say. Even if it's not financial advice, if you just follow it on your own, it was a very easy win to me and for the world. So I'm live now since almost 1 hour. What the fuck? I think I start the live since 5 minutes, but I'm talking since 1 hour right now. That's insane how time is moving fast. Okay, now I will stop talking and try to find some good setup, as Bitcoin is likely to pump on the short term. We can see some altcoin starting to react. As you can see, most of alt are now up 9%, 10% among top gainers, because Bitcoin touched the 88k, as I explained. So I will move on. I will dive into many altcoins here and give you green light or red light for possible setup. Okay, so before doing it, please do your own research and be confident in your investment. If you lose, this is not my fault. I'm not responsible of your losses, of course. I'm just giving you my personal advice, my personal opinion, and you decide, and I do the job for you, the chart, but you decide. Okay, so now I will stop talking and trying to find something good if I see in bull or in bear. So likely now I will stay live for 15 minutes, 30 minutes before ending the live. Okay, WCT, quickly, very neutral on the daily, likely a range area between 0.18, currently the previous high here, and 0.14. So nothing to expect inside this zone. Yeah, we are likely to create a range area here. So I don't trade range because I want to give you swing setup. So if you take position here, you can see a pump or a dump, and it does not give me interest. So I skip. Bye bye. STMX 28%. Okay. So you see, my goal to deliver 90% success charts, 80% success charts. I just filter. If a chart is neutral, if there is, if it's tradable in a if it's in a non-tradable zone, I skip. I don't care. I need to increase my win rate, so I have to be sure of what I'm doing. So it makes no sense to open a position if you are not sure, because you will panic, you will not be confident, and you will not follow your rule, your plan, your trading plan. So is it the same? STMX, it's not on Binance, STMX. Okay, it's on gate.io. Whoa, okay, I don't trade it. Wow, StormX, did they rug their community? What the fuck? Because I thought it was a solid project. Wow, okay, it's a dead coin, I don't touch it. Wow. StormX, was it a rug? What the fuck? Because it was a very good project in the past. Okay. So many good projects are failing. That's insane, because they don't generate revenues and they could not handle the bears. Cream, what is this shit coin? Volume. Okay, 90. Wow, STRK. Look at the STRK volume, almost 1 billion volume. That's insane. So that's why when I told you that if you look at the weekly and monthly view, most of whales, most of very big traders also look at it, and then volume spark a lot when you break and confirm weekly and monthly breakout. TNSR, no, it's up too much. Volatility is too huge for me. I avoid giving you solid volatility, very strong volatility, because I know you are not skilled. You have not enough skill as mine to play this volatility. Even me, I lose money with such market sometimes. So ZEC, very interesting one to trade. Okay. Weekly still bullish, monthly still very bullish. We got the retest I called for, not okay, I think we got the exact retest I called for. I called for 560, if I remember my chart. It can be a cup and handle. Currently, that cash hype remains very strong. you can clearly see that we are still very bullish on the higher time frame, so meaning that sell pressure is not strong right now. We are still above the H4 uptrend. We are still very okay. That cash, I think, is gonna hit new high. See, you can see compared to Bitcoin, to compare the both charts. Look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frames. If you look at, it's maybe not the best example. Okay, weekly. If you look at the weekly, okay. If I look at the monthly, okay, and the monthly, okay. If you look at the monthly view on Bitcoin, you see we were very overextended because of the huge gap among Tenkan and Kijun, meaning that we already made the biggest leg up before to see the correction, and I anticipated a local top before likely to move higher, and here we are in a correction phase. Okay, so keep in mind this chart, as you can see, and compare it to this one. This is the monthly view, guys, not daily, monthly. Look at what you can see is that we have not even started the biggest move on ZEC, likely. Even the FOMO is gonna be unreal on ZEC. So that's why sometimes I give you short-term bearish outlook, but that's only a short-term windows. We have a monthly breakout with a huge double, triple breakout for me on ZEC above the ATH, far above. We exploded the previous cycle. So multi-year cycle was exploded by the bulls. In 1 month, in just 1 month, we exploded this level. We have a huge breakout of the SSB, which is here. Usually also a very big level to watch. And we have another breakout which was above the Tenkan Kijun, which is forming a bullish katana. So for me, ZEC is in a super bull cycle right now compared to others alt, and it could be, despite the bearish mood on Bitcoin, if I can say like this, ZEC could remain a top performer. It reminds me Ethereum view we saw a few years ago before it started an insane run, and we are likely in this super cycle in this bull cycle on ZEC. And from my own knowledge, you see, I won't put this tap here, but if you look at the monthly, the yearly consolidation, yearly accumulation phase, if I can say like this, from this high, so 250 to the lowest point of the previous cycle, because yes, we shifted, we confirm. I can't say we confirm because we have to have 100% confirmation. We have to wait for the next, usually the second monthly close. Okay, and here we have the first monthly close. We exploded the previous cycle here. Everything can happen because we have not confirmed the second monthly close above, but honestly this is very low. This is very low probable because look at the size of the candle, look at the triple breakout we made. Usually what I can say is that it's a bullish katana. It means that it's a solid uptrend, strong uptrend. It's not a fake move because of the line are very close to each others, and bull pressure is consistent over time. So in my opinion, ZEC is gonna keep moving higher, and if we just how can I say, if we just report the previous cycle size, we can see that what is the market cap of ZEC? I think it's around 7 billion market cap. Oh yeah, it's here. ZEC. Oh, okay. I gave you ZEC bullish chart. Remember, it was at 7 billion market cap. We are now up from 7 billion to 9.5 billion. That's absurd. And you know that today the narrative is pushed because of privacy narrative, and states are regulating the crypto ecosystem, and this regulation impact citizens, which are much less freedom against freedom with your money freedom is less and less. Citizens have less and less freedoms every day because the states want to control everything, and that's why ZEC blockchain can, like Monero, solve this problem. But if we look at Ethereum, for example, the market cap of Ethereum, and my view is not absurd, because ZEC is a lawyer one, if I'm right. It's working likely similar as Ethereum, just for payment or basic things. I don't know more about ZEC, but I don't think it has as much functionality as a smart contract of Ethereum. But the gap is huge. It's very huge. Ethereum is at 360 billion. ZEC is only at 10 billion. So imagine if we move from this level to this level, that's just a 5x, meaning that ZEC will be only at 50 billion, and 50 billion up 50 billion out of 363, it's only, let's say 14% of the market cap of Ethereum. And ZEC is an older coin, meaning I think it's a fork. If I'm right, it's a fork of Bitcoin. No, ZEC. No, I didn't study the fundamentals more, but if ZEC perform this cycle, if it pump only 5x more, it will be only less than 15% of the market cap of Ethereum. That's insane. That's literally nothing. And judging by the current hype and money inflow with consistent buy pressure on ZEC, I have no doubt that this view could be a reality. And that's why some charts are very bullish, some others are very bearish. And if you trade bullish chart like this on the bull side, it's much easier to earn. ZEC, so K levels are 380, and likely if we retest the previous super high, I can say super high, the previous 80H, like Bitcoin did in a few years ago. Bitcoin did the same. It broke above the past 80H at 60K. We got a retest, then it pushed to 120. So this is exactly the same metric, the same parameters. We have the retest of the previous high. Breakout, retest have not been seen yet, so I'm scared to FOMO. So for me, the best buy opportunity, the best entry for ZEC is if we can see a retest of the $300. But of course, currently we are still bullish, so I can't tell you if it will happen or not. Again, guys, you know that I don't like to FOMO, so I will try to find something it's tricky to say. Okay. So do not FOMO on ZEC because as you can see, let me check something, guys. Yeah, I'm right. Ooh, it can be a big bull trap on ZEC. We are, if this scenario play, we can have a bearish breakout, 50% fib retest, then we are gonna start to dump. Possibly I say to, you can see also, yeah, also even if it's bullish, you know, I can see a bullish chart on the weekly time frame, monthly time frame. Even if a chart is in bull run mode, you know that you have a time frame windows to respect, because someone bought here 1 month ago, it can made 50% of gain, but if the price just retrace 50% here, it will still be at 300%, and you can be trapped in this cycle. But the fact is that if we complete the retest, then you will miss the biggest move on ZEC, likely. So to sum up, ZEC, I think it's over for now because we have to complete this retest. So people who bought this top will be wrecked, because I expect to see a bearish correction like this, a scenario like that. Yeah, likely at least 380. I called for it a few weeks ago about this possible retracement, and yeah, the pattern is also bearish. Let me check. So this is for me a bearish accumulation on ZEC, and you know why the dump is gonna be very strong, because Bitcoin is also in a monthly correction, while you have ZEC at a monthly, likely a monthly high. Wow, the RSI on ZEC is at 93. It's a huge FOMO move, and we have not seen any retest. So I expect to see the RSI at least reintegrating this non-overbought area. So despite bullish view on ZEC, I think that's a very hard time for viewers. Very tricky moment, because most of you are gonna FOMO, but I can tell you with a lot of confidence that that's a bull trap, likely. Maybe. Of course, I can have wrong, but we are now under resistances on ZEC. It can be for me something like this. If you look more in detail, the chart can be, yeah, wedge or channel. I don't really know. But usually when you have a steep pattern like this, it can end with a huge sell move, exactly like an ascending wedge. When you break the wedge, usually you target the lowest point of the wedge, like this one, yeah, with support here and here. So if we just look at, yeah, the previous low, I think that possibly ZEC if we remain under the 88, under 750, we could see something like this. But remember that I will set alert because if we create a new bottom around this green zone, meaning that we are gonna explode the previous high in the futures because of this view, guys. Okay, so that's my view for ZEC. I take some time to explain it because this is one of the biggest hype at the moment. And what you can monitor is this sharp uptrend. Keep in mind that the sharpest the move is and the sharpest the correction is. So being under the high, it looks like a full gamble for me. If you want to buy, at least don't buy when it's full green, buy when it's very low like this, very flat. So that's why, yeah, I think there is likely a bearish setup incoming for ZEC. Yeah, on the H4 we yeah. So if I'm right, the main trend could be break within the next few days if Bitcoin make another low also. Currently we are neutral on the H1 and neutral on the H4, but still bullish on the daily. So that's why when you are still bullish on the daily view, prices can take few days more to make a bigger move because you have many support supporting prices on the upside. Okay, one more. Fuel cream nulls, that's old project. LQTE, did I charted it? Yes, I think so. Don't remember. Yeah, I said it's neutral. Agix, good AA project. If it's not a dead one, whoa. Oh no. Is it on Binance also? Okay, Binance Futures. I don't have data here. Agix. It's not listed in most action. Okay. So LTO, very good RWA project narrative. GNO volume not much. Self chain only 93 K volume, so I avoid. Peer, wow, STRK volume is insane. Nulls, okay, it pumped 15%, but it looks like a dead coin. You see, only 3K volume on the 24 hours, so meaning that there is literally no order book. $61 for cream. What the fuck? So it's all shitcoin. You can see. Oh, another rug. Wow. So that's why crypto market is very, very shit. Most of altcoin are dead. That's insane. I put at Binance as exchange, no? What? Why? It's not. Okay, so if I filter now, okay, dash render, okay, render, it's a big project. Okay, I think I charted it also because I see a cylinder pattern. Did I give you this pattern? don't remember. Maybe it was my own chart. So currently, okay, weekly doji, first glance, very neutral. Weekly doji, so bearish on the weekly, bearish on the monthly, bearish on the daily, exactly at resistance. So maybe shorting resistance can be good. Yeah, we are under daily level here. Likely range low, range high. No, I don't know. Maybe like this. You can see inverse and then shoulder structures on the H1. Why not? As you can see. You see, I'm checking each time frame quickly, trying to find if there is a possible set. Oh, do you notice something, guys? Okay, but the trend, oh, it's not. I got lagging span reacted. No, my bad. Okay, I don't say. This line is not valid to me. Render is fully bearish at the moment, sorry to say, for holders. Yeah, the trend is very strong. I think that we are gonna dump again. There is no big pressure. The main weekly trend is clearly bearish. We are under previous monthly levels. Downtrend might be here, and bottom could be also lower. Is there a problem with my fib level? Checking the fib, I think I have a problem with my fib level. Up 0.5, 36. Okay, no. So yes, the 0, I think. 0. So you see I have the golden pocket, lower golden pocket, which is the 0.382 and 0.618, and higher golden pocket, which is higher golden pocket here and lower golden pocket 0.382 and 0.35. Usually, yeah, that's also important parameters. So if you want to take a screenshot of this to put the same parameter, it can help you, guys, for the fib. There is a delay on my chart. Render, I think bearish can be, yeah, bearish setup, like for me to render. If we cannot break above this high, we are likely to see a good short setup to me on render. So you see, I checked at least 5 charts, and that's one is good for me to be traded, because we are still under key resistances, fully bearish on each time frame. Momentum is strong on the bear side, and we are at resistances, so shorting at resistances is always better than shorting on support. And okay, can be something like this, kind of bear flag, maybe bearish continuation pattern. If Bitcoin pump on the short term, we are gonna see maybe, yeah, retest of this resistance. But render medium term looks like we are gonna hit the lower support. It's still very far from the 2.00. No, 20% of dump makes sense to me. Following the weekly view, we have big support right there and right there. And we are fully bearish, so medium term, yeah, looks good. And you see, we got the bearish test here. You see the breakout of the huge monthly support, and we got the retest of this breakout, which was last week. It was a clean bull trap. You see, we got the dump breakout. Now we are gonna move lower, I think, and whoa, can be yeah, from this level to this level, can dump to that will be terrible if we complete this cycle. Yeah, but render to me, yeah, likely bearish until 1.3 maybe, and under there is the trend, and you have the 2.8, 3.00 for the bulls to be break. So under those resistance zone here, under is very likely very bearish to me. So for the setup, are we gonna see a breakout right now? Because it looks like a kind of bearish flag, if I'm right. Yeah, something like this. As you can see, you have the trend on the H1, kind of flag up. It's not clearly visible because sometimes it's really something like this. It's very clean, but the structure is likely similar here to me. It looks like kind of bearish structures. So meaning that we are retesting the previous breakout before to see another dump. And if Bitcoin break under 90, then render is gonna fall. That's it. For me, it's okay. I think for today. Did you enjoy the stream? Tell me if you have some question. Tell me also. I can answer before leaving. And if you have some requests, I will check them today and post my chart analysis as always. So to sum up before we end, if I remind about Bitcoin, monthly view, bullish momentum, correction, monthly bearish correction, okay, just a small correction maybe. Weekly view, neutral, still in the correction phase. Daily bearish, H4 bearish, and likely K level to hold for Bitcoin 88, 84, and 79. If we break under 79, then I could say that we are in a bearish market. But without this breakout, no, we are likely not in a bearish market. But I didn't share about these structures also. This is exactly the same I shared a few minutes ago. I forgot to talk about it. Yeah, this is exactly the same. If you look at the weekly view, that's why I said being very cautious because of this weekly candle. Because there is a big gap to be filled, which could be a 60% bearish correction from the top and it happened in 4 years ago. It happened even in a bull cycle. We saw a 60% dump. So in the worst scenario, in case of very bad event like coronavirus or something like this shit, or a very bad macro news, black swan or something, then I will keep an eye on the 50k at lowest bottom possible. 50k, yeah, for Bitcoin. And if we break under 50, then 36, 35. But currently, yeah, we are still bullish on the monthly, but the momentum is turning, is shifting from bull to bear. And the good question of the day and the good question of the stream is that, are we confirming a bearish market for Bitcoin until a new low much lower, or are we gonna see a bear trap with a pump above the new low and continue the current bull cycle on Bitcoin? Yes, because Bitcoin is in a bull cycle compared to altcoin. If before to end, just seeing a chart, crypto total market cap excluding, yeah. So before we end the stream, yes, I said that Bitcoin is in a bull cycle compared to most of altcoin, and this chart explains it very well. So this is the total market cap this is Bitcoin against altcoin market cap, and you can clearly see that Bitcoin on top outperform this altcoin market cap because the alts are still moving into a solid, maybe wedge structures, meaning that if Bitcoin found a new low around 80 or let's say 50 in the worst case, at some point altcoin market cap is gonna end the bear, and we could see potentially this kind of bearish channel, bearish wedge, falling wedge, sorry, and at some point, and the day we are gonna break above likely 0.15 or this trend, then we could see the start of a new bull cycle, and Bitcoin could be at the top, because if Bitcoin keep outperform altcoin, Bitcoin could create a top and altcoin could start to explode because of money rotation. So we are still it's neutral right now. Okay, so altcoin are still consolidating against Bitcoin, but still in a bearish bias inside this structure. So the good question is, are we gonna test again lower support, or are we gonna exit the structures to see altcoin exploded? So that's why we have on this weekly view, we have some weeks more to be fixed, likely 27, you see. So when I said that we can see some red market, some bear market for a few months, it corresponds exactly to this windows of time for alt, because one candle is 1 week in 2 years. So in May 27 we are gonna be just here, which could be, if this kind of scenario play, a retest of this wedge before to see a bull run. But of course we can see a bull run right now, tomorrow, I don't know, but I projected some possible scenario, but you can clearly see that there is very low probability to see a breakout of this level today or within few weeks only. So it's all a matter of months, and I think that at least within 1 year we could stay trap inside this these structures, meaning that altcoin will keep outperforming. No, not outperforming, underperforming. Sorry, Bitcoin, as long as these charts remain in these structures. So if you don't understand, this chart is Bitcoin against altcoin market, and you can see that alts are decreasing against Bitcoin, which is fully bullish compared to altcoin since many years here now. So that's why also this cycle was very different compared to the previous one. So what do you think about Bitcoin? What is your point of view? I have some interest for it. Let me know, and thank you for following, and let me know about your preview next chart. Thanks guys, see you. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and this is not financial advice. And before we end, let me just share my link. Everything in my group are fully free, my private group also. So just click on my bio and you can join all my content for free, even private live stream and private setup, private trading setup I give you for free. Everything is free for now, and I will move on paid content for educational only. I think within some months, some weeks, because I have to work on many other stuffs before launching paid product. But for now, thank you for following, and love you guys. See you. Bye. Thanks. Bye bye.